did you know that in Just Die Already, if you equip the clown shoes, this will happen? Hello and welcome to Hidden Video Game Details, the series that aims to show you things that you may not have known about your favourite games so that you can look really clever in front of Martha Stewart. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, and if you do, I'll send you a local girl in your area. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with Overwatch 2. One of Overwatch's biggest problems is its perceived toxic fanbase. In a game that relies so much on teamwork, if a teammate isn't pulling their weight, it can be very easy to start pointing the finger. I mean, even when some people win, they'll still send salty messages to their opponents. A popular post-game insult is GG easy, which depending on who you ask means get good, that was easy, or good game, that was easy. Well, in an attempt to prevent toxic messages flying back and forth, if you try to message GG easy in the match chat, this will happen. So the game will actively change your message to something a little more embarrassing. If I'm honest, I'm not sure how I feel about this. On the one hand, the different responses are kind of funny, but on the other hand, is GG easy that offensive that it needs to be changed in the first place? I'm not so sure. Next up is the Eggcellent LA Noire. Now, we last covered LA Noire in episode 86 of this series, where we found a face on a piece of toast. Well, today's LA Noire detail can be found in any of the game's shops. Now, the chances are that when you enter a store in the game, there'll already be people inside looking for things to buy. Now, what's really cool is, when one of these people actually wants to buy something, this will happen. So the person will go to the counter, buy an item, the shopkeeper will take the person's money and then document the purchase in the store's ledger. It's worth mentioning that this is in the game's open world. I'm not on a mission here, which makes it all the more impressive. Up next is Gear Rising Revengance. Now, over the last couple of episodes of this series, we've covered some really cool details from the Metal Gear spin-off, with my personal favourite being the really persistent enemies that will still try to attack you even after losing their legs. Well, if you damage an enemy's arm, they'll also have some unique responses.
I got another!
That won't stop me!
What else you got?
Oh, and if for some reason you attack an enemy's foot, this will happen. Now, the Metal Gear games are known for their sometimes pervy tendencies. Remember, this is a series where you can kiss posters of females. Well, Metal Gear Rising continues the series' not-so-proud tradition of female posters. If you approach a cardboard cutout and enter blade mode, you can do this. So, with a few well-placed strokes of your sword, you can completely change how the cutout looks. Next up is Rocket League. Now, despite the stadiums being pretty small in Rocket League, the exteriors are usually very big. You can explore these exteriors through the use of the game's freecam, and more often than not, there's something worth finding. Take the recently released Sovereign Heights Stadium for example. Surrounded by a city skyline, the outside of this stadium has a couple of cool things to find. First up, the sign outside of Lozano's Pizza has a message that we can all get behind, and I'm talking about pineapple on pizza. You can chase balls all you want, I don't mind, it's what your mum does every weekend. You can also find a stand selling broccoli, though I never would have known if it wasn't for this sign, and of course it wouldn't be a Rocket League map without a Maui head, and this one can be found hanging from a crane in the distance. Now, it really wouldn't be an episode of hidden video game details without an appearance from Batman Arkham Knight. So here we are. Now, throughout Arkham Knight, the Joker taunts Bats in an attempt to make him lose control. Given that the Joker is a figment of Batman's imagination, the Clown Prince of Crime pops up everywhere, never giving the Dark Knight a rest. Well, did you know that even when listening to the voicemails in Wayne Tower, you're not safe from the Joker's wicked sense of humour?
Bruce, this is your father calling. It's time we had a talk, son. You know, about the dressing up. Next, new message. Bruce, this is your mother calling now. I just wanted to say... Oh, sorry. It's so funny, you know, because they're dead.
Even though those messages are brutal, they are kind of funny. Right, let's end today's video with Fortnite. Now, we last covered Fortnite in episode 87 of this series, where we discovered that our Among Us crewmate backpack would copy the way that we walked. Well, the first of today's Fortnite details actually involves one of the game's emotes. Towards the end of the battle pass, you can unlock the Acrobatics emote. This emote sees your chosen character performing several flash flips and spins. Here's how the emote looks when performed by a regular character. And here's how it looks when performed by Into the Spider-Verse's Gwen. So when performing the emote as Gwen, the frame rate is noticeably lower. This is because the characters in the Into the Spider-Verse movie have a frame rate of 12 frames per second. So the Fortnite team wanted to show that in-game. This isn't the only time that this effect has been used in video games, with the Into the Spider-Verse suit from Miles Morales also mimicking the effect. Now, this final detail is actually kind of sad. It's now possible to tame and ride wolves in Fortnite. Nothing quite beats the bond between man and beast as you glide across the ground on the back of your newfound friend. Unfortunately, all good things come to an end, and if you die whilst having a tamed wolf, this will happen. So the wolf will be visibly broken-hearted as it's now forced to go it alone. I should just say a quick thank you to my son Freddie for helping to record this detail. So that's it. If you enjoyed this video, then leaving a like is really appreciated. If you are a fan of Easter egg secrets and hidden details in video games, then perhaps consider subscribing, as that's what this channel is all about. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.